On January 20th, 2013, I set out to spend a month in near complete isolation to write, record, and produce a new music project that I've been working on called Starbass. It's been an interesting and strange experience, so I thought I'd make this little video to remember it and to show my friends. My dear friends Brandy and Ron own quite a special place in southern Utah called the Boulder Mountain Guest Ranch. It was a 4.5-hour drive south of Salt Lake and in some of the most beautiful land I've ever seen. I'm very grateful to them for allowing me to stay here and do this. It was an interesting process preparing for this. I had to bring everything I needed for a month. Food, clothes, medicine, tools, you name it, as well as all the musical equipment, wiring and reference materials I needed to make the album. It made the process seem like half getting ready to go on tour and half like preparing for an expedition for Everest. So me and my dog Stilton took off on our adventure. I set up my studio in an underground silo that was called the Siloon. With a little work, it turned out to be a fantastic space with a great vibe and energy. I not only worked in there, but slept as well. I lived and worked in underground for a month, which in itself is an odd experience. There was no TV or cell phone coverage, and because it was off-season, I had very little human contact. I did have access to a phone and the internet a few times a day when I walked up to the ranch house to eat. With no communications or no people to distract, there was only me, Stilton, and my music. In that sort of situation, with no distraction and only faced with one concern, you all of a sudden become hyper-aware of the background noise in your head, what mental loops you seem to get caught in, various anxieties and such. Apart from making music, this experience has been very meditative and centering, for having had to calm all that stuff in my head so I could just be, and I could just focus on creating. I did feel immense isolation at times. I guess that's natural and to be expected. Stilton is a great listener, but she really doesn't contribute much to a conversation. There was also the physical elements. It was so dry that the tips of my fingers cracked and bled, and it's cold. It's a mere -11 right now, but when I first arrived it was a balmy -20 or lower most nights. I went through 2 truckloads of wood trying to keep the Siloon heated. I don't know what people will think of what I have created while I was here. I like it. I think it's some of the best work I've done yet. Without having anyone to bounce ideas off of, you just have to run with your instincts and hope with the best. I guess we'll see. It's such a luxury, and I am truly thankful to be able to take a month and do nothing but music. I don't know if I will ever have this opportunity to do this again. It is something I think any creative person should try, both for what you create and for what a process like this does for you as a person. In the end, it was an amazing and restorative experience. I look forward to seeing what happens next, and to being among my dear friends back in Salt Lake City once again.